what's up, Jaguar fans, man? I hope y'all are doing good, man. I'm in such a great mood, man. I'm healthy, I'm well, I'm alive, I feel good, man. I look good, bro. Straight up. Also, man, the weather in Jacksonville has just been amazing the last couple of days, man. Outside of that rainy weather we had, probably like Wednesday and Thursday and whatnot, like this weekend's just been beautiful, man. I'm just in a great mood, man. And I hope y'all are too, man. The Jaguars are undefeated. How could I not be in a good mood? Before we actually get into today's video, I'm not wearing a hat. I had to go hit the barber a couple of days ago. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, show off the hairline, show off the chop real quick. But also, y'all like never see me without a hat. Are y'all rocking with Brett James 2022 man bun, by the way? Is that the move? Y'all gotta let me know in the comments down below. I need to hear. But the energy's undefeated. Brett James, shut the hell up. Okay, I'm gonna shut the hell up now. Let's get on with this video, baby. Now, I'm gonna be talking about on the offense, post free agency, every group individually, and then I'll talk about the defense and another video on another day. Now, starting off with the offense, I'm gonna save the easiest position by far, the quarterback room, with Trevor Lawrence and CJ Beathard, backup quarterback. That's the least of my concerns. That's the least of Jaguar fans' concerns. We have a franchise quarterback for the first time in like ever. Like really for like the first time of my entire life. We truly have a franchise quarterback. Trevor Lawrence, aka Mr. Sunshine, is the least of my concerns. That is the least of my concerns. I don't even need to say anything about the quarterback room. The Jaguars have that figured out. Let's move on to the running backs. Now, the running back group is a little bit tricky, right? We got James Robinson, when healthy and when actually given an opportunity, is a borderline top 10 echelon type of running back when given the opportunity and healthy. Now, the NFL community and the Jaguars community was very, very 50-50 when it came to the Travis Etienne pick. Now, I loved that pick for a multitude of reasons, right? He's a much different running back than James Robinson, who's more of a downhill power running back. Etienne's more of an elusive speed, type of guy who also has a lot of familiarity and continuity with the guy like Trevor Lawrence, right? Travis Etienne gives you that breakaway speed that, James Robinson just doesn't have. But he's also coming off an injury like James Robinson. J-Rob had that Achilles injury. Etienne's had that Liz Frank injury at the bottom of his foot, so he didn't even get to play a single snap in his rookie season. Then you got Raquel Armstead, who actually filled in towards the lighter part of the season, like the last couple of weeks of the season, because the Jaguars really didn't have much depth because of the injuries. This group, I think, is actually solidified pretty well, and I will say this right now, and it's probably an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to voice my opinion because that's what I do here. Today is March 26, 2022, and I'm going to die on a hill by this statement. One day I might admit I'm wrong, and I have no problem admitting my wrongs. I'm a man who can admit my wrongs. But I truly feel as if I'm going to be right about this. Travis Etienne will be the running back one of the future for the Jaguars, not even a question. And that's no disrespect to J-Rob. I love you, bro. If you see this, I got no slander, no disrespect. I'm just saying the Jaguars invested a first-round pick into him. I get it. Urban Meyer's not there anymore. This coaching staff didn't invest that pick into him. But his ability, his playmaking ability, what he brings to a team, the dynamic, and also how close he is with Trevor on and off the field because of their continuity and chemistry from their days at Clemson. I just truly have that much faith in a guy like Travis Etienne. It might not be immediately, but we're going to see sooner than later. Travis Etienne will be the running back one of the future for the Jaguars. As of right now, I'm rocking with Thunder and Lightning, that two-headed monster, and that's no disrespect to you, J-Rob. The running back group, to me, gets a B+. It's a very solidified group that we've got right now, with no more Carlos Hyde, who hit free agency. Let's go on to the offensive line. Now, when we talk about the offensive line, this position group is still very, very sus to me for a multitude of reasons. Heading into this season with the way it's currently constructed, I actually really like the offensive line for a multitude of reasons. But where I really start to get worried about this offensive line is after this season. You got Cam Robinson on his second franchise tag consecutively. He's 26 years of age. But you've got that tackle position figured out for now. But what are you going to do with Walker Little and Jawan Taylor at the right tackle position? Is that what we're going to do? Are the Jaguars going to go Evan Neal or Ike Ekwonu with the number one overall pick? I don't know. Now, the Jaguars did their due diligence by getting right guard Brandon Sheriff in free agency, all-pro right guard. You still got Ben Barch, who I would assume moved to the left guard position now that Andrew Norwell is playing for the Washington Commanders. You've got Brandon Linder back on this team. You've got Tyler Shatley, Will Richardson, and I already mentioned Jawan Taylor and Walker Little. The Jaguars have a nice solid foundation on the offensive line right now, but they need to do something to really bolster it and shore it up. I would have zero problem if the Jaguars still wanted to go Evan Neal or Ike Ekwonu with the number one overall pick. That has no problem to me whatsoever. I know the consensus is that we're going to go defensive end, which we may, But if that's the case, I don't know where the Jaguars are going to go and get an offensive lineman in the draft then, because if the Jaguars do go DM with the number 1 overall pick, at 33, we're probably going wide receiver. At 65 or 66, whatever that third round pick is, we're probably going linebacker or safety. So that says, okay, do we get an offensive lineman in the 4th round? I don't know. But as the way it's currently constructed, I actually really think it's a solid foundation. It's definitely good enough, but we need to start planning for the future for this offensive line and really solidify those tackle positions with Walker Little, Jawan Taylor, Cam Robinson, or whatever combination is going on. Let's figure that out. The offensive line, to me right now, gets a B-. That's being generous, honestly. It gets a B-. It's not horrible. It's not great. I think it's good enough heading into the season. Hopefully they address it in the draft. And now the last position group, really when it comes to the offense, is with the receiving core. And I'm just going to kind of group that together selectively with the wide receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, etc. Right? The wide receiver core includes guys like Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones Jr., Zay Jones, Laquan Treadwell, happy to have you back, Laviska Shenault, Jamal Agnew, and, I love Jamal Agnew, man. Me and all my homies, man, we love Jamal Agnew. You got a solid foundation right there. You bring in Evan Ingram through free agency. Dan Arnold's coming back. Obviously, Jamal Agnew's coming back off injury. The Jaguars have a lot of solid pieces in this receiving core. Now, I do want to say, and this is probably another unpopular opinion that I'm about to put on record right now on March 26, 2022, the Jaguars wide receiver core as a whole, and I'm talking, tight ends, receivers, running backs, also skill position, is not bad. It's actually good. It's actually pretty damn good. Now, do the Jaguars have a wide receiver number 1? Absolutely not. Do we have a wide receiver 2? I don't know. Is Christian Kirk a wide receiver 2? We'll have to wait and see. But to think that the Jaguars can't be successful with this skill position players from Evan Ingram, Dan Arnold, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, Jamal Agnew, etc., that is a false statement. Now, would I love the Jaguars to have a wide receiver 1? Of course. I'd love to have Allen Robinson, Devontae Adams, DK Metcalf, etc. But that's not the realistic situation that's going on right now. What is realistic, though, is the fact that Doug Peterson has had success without having a whole lot on the offensive end. In 2017, when the Philadelphia Eagles not only won the Super Bowl and they were 13-3 in the regular season, their leading wide receiver, as in tight end Zach Ertz, led the team with 824 yards that season. 824 yards. Christian Kirk just last season had 982 yards as a wide receiver 3 playing for the Arizona Cardinals, okay? The Jaguars have more weapons on this offense, crazy, right, than I believe that 2017 Eagles offense where Carson Wentz was playing at an MVP level before he went down, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. They had Zach Ertz, 824 yards. Alshon Jeffrey, 789 yards. Nelson Aguilar, 768 yards. Torrey Smith, 430 yards. Trey Burton, Brent Selleck, etc. Bro, none of these guys eclipsed 850 yards in a season, and this team went 13-3. 13-3. I'm not saying that the Jaguars are going 13-3. That's not happening. Let me just put that out there right now. But to say that this Jaguars team cannot be successful because of the lack of skill position players is false, because you've got Doug Peterson and Press Taylor who've been there, done that before, and you got Mike McCoy as the quarterback's coach. Trevor Lawrence heading into year 2, I expect to step up. Better skill position players around him. Everyone should hopefully be healthy. You got a good quarterback coach, you got a good head coach, and you've got a good offensive coordinator. These guys have continuity and some kind of familiarity with each other. This should be a no-brainer for me. It really is, and it really should not be that deep. I do think that the Jaguars can be successful, and Trevor Lawrence can be in year 2 with a little bit better of an offensive line, some guys coming back off injury, and the fact of the matter is we've just got a better coaching staff. Let's just keep this real. We actually do. And to say that the Jaguars can't be, well, that's just false, because Doug Peterson did it with Nelson Aguilar, Torrey Smith, Trey Burton, Brent Selleck, who's maybe a future Hall of Fame tight end, etc. You get my point. The Jaguars are more than capable of doing that. Dan Arnold was coming into his own. Evan Ingram, I think, is going to have a huge impact on this offense. Do not sleep on this guy. And, of course, my boy Jamal Agnew, who we all love, is going to continue to have a big impact on this offense. And even Travis Etienne, who's going to be utilized in a lot of different ways, probably lined up in the slot at times as well. The Jaguars' receiving core and skill positions as a whole, I'm going to give it a C+ as of right now. I could probably give it a B- in general, but I'm really adding a lot of that just to the fact of the matter is with the coaching staff helping out there. But Jaguar fans, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Let me know, what do you guys think about this offense heading into the draft? Because that's the big thing, is what are we going to do in the draft? Are we going to go offense? Are we going to go defense? I don't know. But let me know your guys' thoughts down below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys drop me a thumbs up. It takes 1 second and it helps me in the channel out tremendously. Also, if you guys did enjoy the content and you guys want to see more NBA and Jacksonville Jaguars content that I do here on YouTube, consider hitting that subscribe button for me. And go Jaguars, you guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around throughout the whole video. But Brett James, aka BJ, I'm out, y'all. Peace!